What's up everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're looking ahead to game week 37. We're going to have a look, potential transfers, how my team looks, and then we'll have a look at an updated game week 37 free hit draft. Just before we go and do that, a quick review of how I got on in game week 36. The big double game week of the season. It was okay for me. I played my bench boost. I got 115 points with the team that you can see up on screen now. Schmeichel got an 8. It was a better second half of the game week for me because I got returns from Schmeichel. I got Foster, I got James, Alonso, all getting good returns in the second half, whereas there were not big returns from these guys going into the first half. I didn't have Kevin De Bruyne, but the amount of points that my bench boost did score with Foster 14, Dennis 2, Pukki 4 and Gordon 5 kind of counteracted the points that Kevin De Bruyne did score in double game week 36. Let me know if you guys had De Bruyne in your team for this double. Did you captain him or did you just own him? But if you did, either way, 4 goals and an assist, but 4 goals in that second game is absolutely mental. You would have had a good green arrow, I'm sure, if you did own him. I didn't own him, but the rest of my team did enough to get me that green arrow. Son continues to push on. Getting close now, just 1 goal behind Salah for the Golden Boot. A good option for us between now and the end of the season, and potentially one that we should be looking to captain over Mohamed Salah, given the Burnley and Norwich games that Son does have left. So a small green arrow for me from 4k up to 3.2k. I'm about 35 points outside the top 1k. I'm about 35 points inside the top 10k. So still a lot to play for, but I'm just happy to stay in the top 5k between now and the end of the season. Let me know how you got on in the comments section and any questions you have going into game week 37. But let's move on now and look about how my team could line up for next week. So before I make any transfers and before I play my free hit, this is how my team was going to look. I don't love playing my free hit this week, and I do think looking back, there were probably better times in the season for me to play my free hit. Schmeichel, Gordon, Richarlison are in theory my only double game week players, but if you look at my single game week players, we've got triple Liverpool in there. James, Alonso, Son, Kulusevski, Saka. I've currently got Cancelo benched first on my bench. He could start over Alonso, for example, but he is away at West Ham, who I do think will score against Manchester City. They haven't failed to score in a home game this season, West Ham, so I would be benching Cancelo, I think. It's an absolutely fantastic lineup, and if you don't have your free hit, I really wouldn't worry, especially if you're looking at a team that looks like mine. I do think there's some players that I would like and I will look to target on my free hit this week, but I do think that my team before playing it could definitely outscore my free hit team, which is what I'm a little bit concerned about. The thought of playing a free hit and it being worse than when you don't play your free hit is a very, very painful thought. And I do know some of these premium options, particularly in defense, are the ones that could really come back to hurt me if they do well. But I am going to play my free hit. I'm not going to save it for the last week of the season. Now that I know Alonso is still in favour at Chelsea, I don't have to sell him going into the final day of the season. I am going to free hit game week 37. So let's get what my new free hit team looks like. So another formation change. We started with a 4 at the back, then we moved to a 3-5-2, and now I am lining up with a 3-4-3. I am pretty stretched for funds, but if you are looking to save money, in theory you could downgrade Jamie Vardy to Maddison, you could go Salah to Diaz or Jota, you could go De Bruyne to the likes of Foden, for example. But in terms of how my team lines up, we've got triple Everton in here to start. Now we've gone Pickford, Holgate, Richarlison. I have had to sell Trent down to Holgate in order to free up the money to go with Jamie Vardy. Jamie Vardy looked so good in game week 36, particularly the second half in that 3-0 win against Norwich. If I think he's going to start that game against Watford, he is definitely going to find his way into my team. As I said, if I want to free up a bit of money, I could go for Maddison, a cheap option and a bit less of a point scoring potential, but still a great pick to go with. However, Holgate in here, he's got a bit of goal threat. He should start both games as well now that Mina is out injured. Brentford and Crystal Palace at home. Everton have been better at home. It's possible that their relegation scrap is over come the end of their first match, but I still think tripling up on Everton is a good route to go down. So we've gone with Pickford in goal, the save points, the bonus points, the clean sheet points that he can get combined with Holgate, and then we have got Richarlison up front in this team at the moment. If Calvert-Lewin is back, there's potential that you could go with him on free hit, but I do think Richarlison is still the one that I'd go with because Calvert-Lewin has been fighting injuries left, right and centre this season. I cannot see him starting both games in the double game week. Next, we have triple Aston Villa, and we have gone with double defence in Luca Dean, Matty Cash and Ollie Watkins in at the moment. Now, we have heard from the press conference today that there is a chance that Watkins is not fit. However, I do think that he will start one and come off the bench in one, which is the same that I expect with Danny Ings. It is possible that we get closer to the deadline and then I switch him for Danny Ings. It's pretty 50-50 call for me at the moment, but I do like what Watkins can offer. And again, as I've said in previous videos, I just don't think that Ings is going to start both of those games in the double. Now, Buendia is also potentially not available for both, as is Bailly. So again, there is a chance that Ings does have to start both. So that is one that I'm still reviewing. We have gone with double defence in Dean and Cash. Cash has just been voted player of the season, so he's definitely in there. There is a chance that Ashley Young starts one of the games in favour of Luca Dean. But again, with his attacking output, he is in my free hit at the moment. Jamie Vardy, we've spoken about. If he's going to start Watford, he's definitely in my team and even a captain consideration for me this week. If I look at captaincy shouts this week, it's probably going to be one of my forwards because they all have nice fixtures. Richarlison and Watkins both have 2 home fixtures. I probably wouldn't captain Watkins. I might captain Ings if I go for him. And then Jamie Vardy, if I do think he's going to start against Watford, he is likely to be my captain. Now, in midfield, 3 single game week players in here. We've got Salah, Son and De Bruyne. Now, Salah I've not been sold on. He's not looked good recently, apart from in that Manchester United game. Again, only 3 points in the double game week in game week 36, but he did get a rest against Aston Villa, so I think he should start every game between now and the end of the season. Southampton have been a team that players and teams have been able to punish this season. We saw it with Chelsea. We've seen it with Leicester as well. So I do think there's a good chance that Salah gets back on scoring ways, and I don't want to go without him on my free hit. Next to him, Son. No more needs to be said. Son chasing the golden boot. I currently think that he has a really good shot at winning that golden boot, and Burnley is definitely a game that he'll want to get something in it. And finally, 4-goal Kevin De Bruyne, West Ham away. I do think it'll be a difficult game for Manchester City away at West Ham. They have looked good at home and they have nothing to play for now apart from fighting for a European position in the league. So De Bruyne is in there, but there is a chance if I needed money that he could be downgraded, and I completely bet against Manchester City because of course I have no Manchester City defence in my team. So the teams and players that I'm really missing in here, Danny Ings could definitely come in for Watkins. It's a bit of a 50-50 call at the moment. There is no Manchester City defence and there is no Liverpool defence as well. I am trying to back against them with a few cheaper options to free up money, go with some of those premiums in midfield and up front as well. They are players that are big risk to me. I know that. I know that they could really punish me. I'm just hoping that they don't. Let's hope that Trent and Robbo don't go and get 15 pointers each with Laporte, with Cancelo. There's a chance that Laporte doesn't play, but they could still do damage either way. I'm hoping that there is a sudden goal for Southampton and a sudden goal for West Ham, although I do think a Liverpool clean sheet is likely, but I have gone with the double game week players in my defence. Let me know your thoughts about my team in the comment section, whether you would go with Watkins, Ings, whether you'd find room for Cancelo or Trent in your team, for example. Zaha in there as well, the main goal threat of Crystal Palace. Really like him as an option, although he does play against Everton and Aston Villa, who are my double defensive options, but I am hedging my bets a little bit with him there. Thank you all for watching. Good luck in this game week. As I said, any questions, drop me in the comment section down below. Please do like the video, subscribe to the channel. We are chasing 18k subscribers between now and the end of the season. Thank you all for watching, and we'll be back again very soon.